He's just come back from the United States of America on an advanced promotional tour. Russell Morris, good afternoon.
God damn, thanks.
You idiot. You've got a bit of an accent already.
Tell you what.
Well, you got back, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
I haven't seen you in the flesh since you got back.
That's because you won't come over to my part of town. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren is a snob. He won't come over to the western suburbs.
Well, it's a long way across there.
Well, I tend to come over to your area.
Yeah, but you happen to be in that vicinity occasionally anyway. I would have to go over just to see you and nothing else.
Do you know how long it takes to get to my place from here?
Whoa, 20 minutes?
10 minutes.
You serious?
10 minutes.
Well, that's all. Well, I'll come around then.
You come around. You've said that for years.
Now, what's the thing that the real thing's being used in this advertisement for the Vietnam, I've forgotten the name of it, Rolling Thunder Vietnam. Were you involved with that, or they just use some of your music?
I'm going to do a show for them. You know
what form does it come in? What, they show a movie and you play music or something?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're just using the song at this stage. But I'm going to perform as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
Now, when's that on?
I'm going to be doing acrobatics.
Let's get on to America. So you went over there. You were asked to go over there. You're being managed by Michael Chugg now. And he said...
Well, in America.
In the American...
But I've got American management as well. I've got...
Through Michael Chugg?
Yeah, Neil Spielberg and...
Spielberg?
Not the
Any
the
relation?
Film guy. No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Neil Spielberg and Gene Freeze. They're my American managers, and Michael Chugg works in liaison with them. But here, my manager is a guy called John Barbenko.
Right. And they said, Russell, you have to get across to the States. We reckon that the Sharkmouth album is the way to go over there.
Yeah, they were pretty good, and they set up a release, and I went over and I did 9 shows, I think we did, and people saw us and said, right, we'll manage him and do all this sort of thing. Now it's a matter of going back in September. We go back on the 5th of September to do a tour and work
what a full-blown
from Milwaukee
tour.
all the way down, yeah.
Well, you were just doing a bit of acoustic stuff.
Acoustic stuff with Pete as a duo, yeah, but this time it's with the full band.
So Johnny's going?
If possible, not.
Why? Why not take Johnny?
He would. You can't unleash someone like John Creech on the Americans. Well, even though he is an American. Did you know that?
I know. He was born in Texas.
Texas, yeah. Olney, Texas.
He performed, Johnny, this is who we're talking about, who's Russell's drummer. He performed with Kylie Minogue in her first band on her first European tour.
Yeah, but I keep reminding him that Texans ruined country music, and he's part of it because he loves country music.
He loves it. He loves the...
They ruined it because before that it was Grandma and Grandpa sitting on the porch playing a banjo and a violin, needing chewing tobacco.
And grits.
And with grits, and with their cousin Merle and Earl around, they're singing all things about the hogs and things, and then one afternoon, poor old Mrs. Country, because it was blues country then, got seduced by a really slick guy with a big hat and big boots, and he was a Texan, and they started singing about home on the range, back in the saddle again, happy trails.
Oh, yes.
I'm a desperado. All those, and it became Western, country and Western. And I sort of I hark back to I love the real sort of a hick music, you know. That
like
bluegrassy sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff out of Deliverance, you know, the dueling banjos.
Yes, that's right. Nothing wrong with it.
That's right.
Stephen joins us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Russell, have you ever let Creechy do long train running by the Doobie Brothers?
I would. We try to keep a muzzle on him, and
It's not that bad.
We don't like him to do things like that because he sort of slips into his country and Western stuff again, you know. So we've got to try and keep him walking the tightrope of the blues.
Let's do it very well. I've been seeing Creechy for years. Great guy.
Yeah,
he's a great guy, and he's a great singer too.
And we have a mutual admiration society for an Eagles song, and it's off their latest album, which didn't really do that well, but it's a song called No More Cloudy Days. And Johnny and I get together. We love that song. Are you familiar with the work of the Eagles, Stephen?
Yes.
Yeah, do you know that one, No More Cloudy Days?
No, I don't know that one offhand.
Well, get into it.
It's pretty
good.
pathetic to watch the two of them with tears in their eyes looking at each other. That's like most of the adults leave the room at that moment.
Good on you, Stephen. Thanks for the call. 96900 693 if you want to have a chat. An email came through, and I can't find it, but basically it went something like this, that you were performing in Richmond somewhere, and this guy was there, and he never forgot it. And he said there was this guy that started throwing ice at you, and you stopped midway through the song, walked out into the crowd, gave him one, and then walked back onto the stage and continued on with the song.
Yeah, he wasn't very impressed when I kissed him either.
So that did actually happen, did it?
Yeah, I guess so.
I
yeah,
guess
it did
so.
at the depot. Poor old Co Tipping, who's the guitar player that plays with Co.
Yeah.
He
Big
that was
Co.
the first gig I did with him, and he was just totally shocked.
Was he?
Yes.
What was that fairly recently, was it?
Oh no! Can you imagine me doing it now? I'd trip over as I jumped off stage. No, I
your
was a
new
very
hip?
hot-headed sort of person, and I made very rash decisions. In fact, I'd been making rash decisions all my life, and I think I've finally sort of stopped making
it's
rash
taken you a
decisions.
while.
It has taken me a long time.
And you barracked for Richmond. That
I
was
bet
a rash decision.
Oh, we should talk.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. At least you're still passionate about the Tigers.
Yeah, I am.
Bill joins us. Good afternoon.
How you going, boys?
Yeah, good, Bill.
G'day, Bill.
I just turned the radio on before, and I heard you mention Creechy, and I thought next thing I heard Darren say John. I thought, Johnny Creech. I went to school with John.
For
quite a
God's
few
sake, what
years.
is this, the
John
John
Creech
Creech half hour? God damn. Next he'll be ringing up and say, hi, guys. No, yeah, he's a good fella, isn't he?
Are we talking about the same John Creech who was the Mixtures drummer?
Yeah,
Yes, that's
him.
right,
Good,
yeah.
that's him.
We're actually going to have a reunion. We used to go to Prantec with John, and we're going to have a reunion early in January. I would presume John's going to be there. But
Yeah, and Kevin
I've-
Sheedy went to school with you too,
Yeah,
didn't
he did too.
Yeah.
And also one of the other Richmond players, Kevin Bartlett, went there too.
Oh, right. You know that
Yes,
Kevin Bartlett Oval in Richmond?
Yeah.
You know what they do there? They grow the grass really long on one side and then rake it over to the other.
Oh, that's not very That's a very cruel thing to say, Good God.
Hey, thanks, Bill. Good to talk
Thanks,
to you.
Bill. See you, mate. I'll say you rang up.
Yeah, more calls coming up, 96900 693 on the Johnny Creech half hour.